Welcome back once again, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening to us from. You're welcome. If this is your first time, let me say to listen to this wonderful channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and like, comment, and share. That one is very important. And the news will come be say, Oga Bruce Fein, in don they tell, say make you not try collect bribe. In the urge the Supreme Court say make them no try collect bribe. Yes, that is what Bruce Fein said. He urges the Supreme Court to receive bribes and rule fairly on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people Biafra, is now incinerated. His foreign counsel has addressed a letter to the Nigerian Supreme Court pleading with the judges to render a fair and unbiased decision in his lawsuits against the Nigerian government. The lawyer Bruce Fein, who practices in the law, stated that Bola Tinubu, who is accused of drug trafficking and diploma fraud, should not be brought off or intimidated by the Supreme Court. On December 15, the Nigerian government's prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu over his unlawful arrest and intimidation at the Department of State Service will be considered by the Supreme Court for a decision. The leader of IPOB, a movement that supports Biafrans' right to self-determination, Kanu was abducted and tortured in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria, where he has been held in solitary confinement since then. In a letter dated December 2nd, Oga Bruce Fein claimed that the Nigerian government was punishing Kanu for using his constitutionally guaranteed right to free expression. Citing a recent decision from an Enugu, Nigeria High Court, he said that the government's ban on IPOB was illegal. He also cited a ruling by the UNN Human Rights Council's working group on arbitrary arrest, which concluded that Kanu's arrest had violated 16 international human rights agreements and ordered his immediate and unconditional release, as well as restitution. And I don't hear them now. Then say the Oga Bruce Fein don't use the hand check and the rules and the law abiding all the states. Don't use the hand. They see in don't they use the hand. They see say the federal government, they don't violate about 16 international human rights law. And first of all, they adopt them from Kenya, where we say they're not supposed to do like that, but that one don't happen. And since then, it's still they're under solitary confinement of the DSS. And he said, Oga Fein also talks say, and that Nigerian government admitted to working with Kenya to carry out a number of crimes against Kanu, including kidnapping, torture, extraordinary rendition, and attempted assassination. He asserted that the Supreme Court ought to prevent the government from making money off its own crime, and that the legal maximum that crime should not pay out to be appealed in his sentence. Fein further stated that Biafran has been deprived of their right to self-determination, which South Sudan's people were granted in 2011 through a free and fair independence referendum organized and run by an impartial international authority. He claimed that Kanu was working to reverse the evil and greed of British colonization of Nigeria, where in 2014 different people, including the Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, and Biafrans, were forced to unite. Fein stated that the Supreme Court has a unique chance to establish judicial independence and protect the rule of law, setting an example for other African courts. He asserted that despite strong proof of drug trafficking and certificate forgery in the U.S., Tinubu's camp was already on life support, and judges should resist their pressure and temptation. And I don't hear them now. Them say he reach Nnamdi Kanu turn. Yes, he reach in turn. Now when they no go talk waiting court and tell them say make them do, but when Buhari carry im matter come go case. Yes na im matter dey inside case, dem carry am go court, and on top say dem charge am with drug trafficking and everything. Yes, and they come dey talk say im dey under life support, one or two things wey dem talk, they no come arrest am or detain am for that particular issue. But e don reach Nnamdi Kanu turn now on top say Nnamdi Kanu no do any crime o. In all round justification, Nnamdi Kanu is not held responsible for any particular crime. Yes, that is what Bruce Wayne said, that in all round justification, Nnamdi Kanu is not held for any crime, that he's only doing, he's just seeking for his self-determination, which is his human right. Yes, and he said that he reached Tinubu turn when he was charged with certificate forgery in the U.S. and Tinubu's camp was already on life support, and the judges should resist their pressure and temptation. Fein ended his letter by expressing his hope that Kanu and justice would prevail at the Supreme Court, and said that he would be available to support the court in any way that he could. He expressed his confidence that Nigerian people and the world community wouldn't be let down by the court. Wonderful people, una don hear this one. Dem say, I hope say our people dem no go let us down. They no go let us down by ruling against Nnamdi Kanu. On top say in all round justification, he's not found guilty in anything. And they say he hope say they no go do something like that. Wonderful people, aside from that one, another news day, and we'll be say I just want read this news for una. And na small thing wey just dey happen. I know say the thing wey dey happen for this place no be small thing. Una don see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case now. In court don say make dem release am, yet they no wan release am. But recently, they get complaint say they no dey gree am see people, visitors wey dey come see am, but they don already resolve that matter. Yes, they don resolve am. Na wetin dem talk, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family they went to see him and they were allowed to see him. Na be say the DSS they don already resolve that matter. Okay, for here dem talk say urgent appeal. Lieutenant Bazar, this could have been you. This could have been your son. President Tinubu, please act now. Wahala dey. They said, Lieutenant Bazar, this could have been your son. President Tinubu, act now. The Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, I extend my greetings with a heavy heart as I address you regarding the recent revelations surrounding the tragic death of Nigerian Army Lieutenant Alphonsus Azenda Kati Bazar. I am compelled to bring to your attention that the latest development regarding the tragic demise of Lieutenant Bazar, which has been taking a disturbing turn with the emergence of additional information and suicide notes. The initial statement from the headquarters of 6th Division Nigerian Army, led by Maj. Jonah Danjuma, appeared to downplay the circumstances of Lieutenant Bazar's death, attributing it to the duty-related reasons during exercise fuel water. However, subsequent revelations, particularly the handwriting notes obtained by Sahara reporters, unveil a different narrative, one marked by frustration, strained relationship with his superior, and the alleged with upholding of election allowances. Such contradictions are not unique to the military. They reflect a deeper seat pattern with the institutional makeup of a challenged society, a defensive posture, indirect warnings to the media, and promises of further investigation. And I don't hear am now, and they say this particular person say him don die, and they say him release letter before him die, and so many things are being investigated in that particular letter. E dey like suicide note, in dey like complaint on things wey happen under relationship and one or two things wey happen, and they don dey urge Oga Tinubu make him look into the matter. Come dey tell am say this could have been your son. So if you see say if it could have been your son, I be say if na your son, you go do all everything in your power to investigate. So now make the order, make him come look into the matter, and before it's too late. But wonderful people, now here we'll go cut off for now. I beg give them first time way they listen to this wonderful channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share.